Good evening, friends. Today we had the Sensex expiry, and as I said earlier, that today I was not in the markets. I was traveling for almost the whole day. So whatever I'm going to show you, standard disclaimer, it's a theoretical construct, not what I've actually traded. Now, first of all, I got a few queries or complaints that primarily when you are seeing vol quant, this is taking too much screen space. That is, you need to see this, and it's taking too much space. What you can do is you can get down to settings. If you click this detail off, it will become smaller. So this indicator looks like this. You just need to see, already you're seeing what is the vol regime and what is the note. Even if you don't want that and you just want to see the indicator, you can shut this off also, right? So that solves your screen problem. Anyway, coming back, we'll be focusing today obviously on the Sensex because we had the expiry today. Initial chart is of 5 minutes like every day. So what happened in the first 5 minutes? This was your first bar. Volquant was green, OCA was red, no trade. Next bar, Volquant green, gamma move signaled. So you could buy somewhere around 944 and then it goes up in the next 5-6 bars to 139. So this was a strong move. Secondarily, this move cannot be picked up because obviously it was flat, there was no secondary figure and stuff. This sale I will not take because the lower AVWAP has not broken. And as I said the other day, on expiry days, try not to trade between 12. I will just make this a bit thicker so you understand the zone where not to trade. Anyway, so somewhere around this place, because if you are an options buyer, actually from 12 to 2 on expiry days is something very odd. So these two red lines which you're seeing on your chart, vertical lines, this covers the space between 12 to 2. And as you can see within that time frame, Sensex practically went nowhere. So whether you were buying calls, whether you were buying puts, you would have lost money because the market was not moving. Now what to do after 2 p.m.? After 2 p.m., change your chart to 3 minutes. Now let us see what happens. Signaled a gamma burst on the upside. No support, neither a buyout here nor on Volquant. Again signaled a gamma burst on the upside. No support, upper AVWAP not being broken. Now signal gamma burst on the downside. Again no support, neither from Volquant nor from AVWAP. But try to understand something out here. This is important. Mark this place. You see the vol score from below 0 is going up and has crossed 0, right? Which means the market now can trend. And if you see that, it continuously stayed up. So this was our first warning. There might be a move which is coming in Sensex in the near future. So as we go along, this particular bar, we closed above the upper VWAP. Gamma burst gave an upside. Volquant gave a buy. So you would have gone long out there and got stopped up somewhere around here. This was a loss trade, correct? Next we come on. This was a gamma burst. This particular bar. But again, vol is screaming that we are going up, but no signal either from Volquant or from my AVWAP. So the AVWAP actually gets broken on this bar. This bar is 3 to 3:05 p.m. This is a duplication of what happened on the Nifty move on expiry day. The move started at 3, right? So this level was 921. When this is breaking, now please try to notice prior to that, this bar and one bar prior to that, you are getting the gamma burst signal continuously. So the moment the lower AVWAP breaks, you have a gamma burst signal which is telling you market is going to go downside, and the lower AVWAP breaks, your second condition is fulfilled. So if you sell somewhere, you buy like 76,900 put, it goes down to 76,583 in the next 10 minutes. And by this time, you can see it out here. So this was your gamma move from This is a 3 to 305 baht. So 3 to kind of 309. Within 10 minutes, this went like hell, right? So that should have given you some money. I already received some responses from the people who are seeing the demo about how much they made and the gamma moves they caught and stuff. But this should have been a good trade if I would have been in the market today. Anyway, bad miss. So this is what I wanted to say about this, about the Sensex expiry. So, and if you watch Nifty today, Nifty obviously was a non-expiry day today. But if you are someone who was trading Nifty, just give it a second. Yeah, no upsides. Upper AVWAP never broken. Here you could have got the downside actually, because no, not here also, somewhere around here. Yeah, the same 3 p.m. Move in Nifty, or Nifty is probably 5 minutes. Same 3 p.m. move in Nifty, but Nifty I would have not poked because I told you that on non-expiry days, try to not get into trades after 3 p.m. Expiry days is fine because option prices are extremely low. But non-expiry days actually don't have that much of a time to give you any move on the option on that particular point. So this was Nifty. This was Sensex. Sensex did the J's job at 3 p.m. And I hope the gamma burst warnings before the event gave you some support in that. So today on Sensex, if you traded, you practically had 3 trades. The morning trade gave you some money. This trade was a stop loss. This trade was a stop loss actually. And then the third trade gave everything back and some more. This was a big one. A 400-point move in 10 minutes is huge on Sensex. Okay. That's it for today. Tomorrow the demo ends. Tomorrow is the last day of the demo. And I already sent all of you an email yesterday, some people today. So if you have any queries regarding whatever you are seeing, you can feel free to send me a return email, kind of writing out the questions point-wise, that any clarifications if you need. So after tomorrow's demo, after the demo is over, after market hours, I will give the activation links and what would be the offers for the people who have seen the demo. Please wait for that. In the meantime, only one day of demo is left, Friday. Please watch that. And before that, if you do have any questions, use this opportunity to get it clarified. Last but not the least, I got a few questions regarding stocks. Now, stocks have no intention of moving intraday like the index. They don't have positions like that. Stocks move in a totally different perspective. If you're going to do in stocks, the same model works in stocks, but your stock selection will matter. That the stock should be liquid, its options should be liquid and stuff. But that's a wholly different ball game. If you're using AVWAP Navigator to day trade, I would strongly suggest you use the indices Nifty and Sensex. Maybe in the last week, Bank Nifty. But other than that, the major game is in the index if you're day trading in options. So that's it for today. See you all tomorrow around the same time. Thank you.